We were talking when we were together for the DNC coverage about, Kamala Harris, would she do an interview? And one of the things in Georgia she's going to do is sit down, not with NewsNation, by the way, it's on CNN, and do an interview. But it's her and Tim Walz together. It's not one-on-one. It's a two-on-one interview with Dana Bash. Thoughts on that? I had Asa Hutchinson on last hour. I thought he'd take a shot. He said, you may have heard there a minute ago, he thinks it's a good sign that they're campaigning together. What do you think?
Well, I think, first of all, they won't get an easy ride from Dana Bash. She's a real pro. She co-moderated the big historic presidential debate. She'll ask all the right questions. She won't let either of them squirm out of her scrutiny. As to them doing it together, unusual. Nice visual. It shows maybe that they get along, that she feels that there's this chemistry between them that will have a positive impact, a positive energy. I've done, Erica and I have done mutual interviews. It's fun. It's often, your partner says things that are unexpected even to you.
Yeah, not Erica, by the way. Or not inappropriate, I should say. If anybody, by the way, does she get a word in those interviews? Does Erica get a word in?
She does. Although one time she said that the University of Arizona was Big Ten, so she made a mistake because she went to Wisconsin.
Oh, so
okay. She didn't have all the specialized knowledge, but she's smarter than I am in most areas, and makes me look better. And I think that Governor Walz and Vice President Harris will do fine together.
It's interesting. A lot of people are flashing back. We will for a moment as well, because she hasn't done a ton of interviews when she sat down with Lester Holt a few years back and said this. Let's listen to that clip.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
I'm here in Guatemala today. At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border.
Yeah, and then she said at one point during that interview, I haven't been to Europe either, and that type of thing. So, and then she didn't do interviews for a long time. I don't know if that means she can't do interviews effectively, but people were reading into it. How do you read into it?
I think that Lester Holt interview was probably her Al Capone's vault. There was a moment that she wishes she could erase from the archives of the nation.
Great ratings.
She missed it. Great, best ever.
I know.
She missed it totally. She missed the point totally. It is the worst moment of her vice presidency. I think it will continue to haunt her for the rest of her political life. I think that it has put her on the back foot. When it comes to the border, she should have gone to the border. She should have been aggressively pointing at the wall and speaking with Border Patrol agents, and maybe even interviewing in a compassionate way the illegal crossers, particularly the children. She could have made it work for her and for the Biden administration. She blew it totally, and I think that it is her biggest vulnerability going forward, and I'm sure that she will be asked about it in a very aggressive way, Connell.
Yeah, this is the way, and I agree with you that Dana Bash will do that and ask all the right questions, because this is really the first time in many ways she's been challenged, because there's been this momentum building. We have it, I'll put it up from my tablet. We do these numbers, and they came out again this week, of the odds of victory. And, a month ago, this number that you see here, 56%, sorry, let me fix that for a second, 56% was 56% Trump. Now at the odds of victory are in favor of Harris. And James Carville said something interesting, as he often does, is that all this buzz driving Trump nuts. Listen to Carville.
He knows that Harris has become what he's always wanted to be, is the kind of hot item. He's not the new kid on the block anymore. And he's struggling to regain that. Like I say, he has very primitive survival skills. And I think this is something and it's driving him crazy.
Driving him crazy. You know Trump very well. What do you make of that assessment from Mr. Carville?
I don't disagree with anything Carville said. I think that it all makes sense. I don't know. I haven't spoken to the former president about it specifically, but he can't be happy about he knows about momentum. He knows about ratings. After Celebrity Apprentice and being a network personality, he's very schooled in what the American public is doing, what they're feeling, whether they like something or don't like something, or whether they prefer one to the other. He knows exactly what has happened. And I think that's why you will see, in my opinion, a real acceleration of President Trump without just being undisciplined.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.